everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ruby and today we're going to be doing a little bit of prep and planning for 2023. I absolutely love watching these YouTube videos to motivate myself for the new year and to get organised and everything like that. So I thought I'll make one of my own and hopefully that might help me stick to things a bit better this time. But yes, I just thought that way I might be able to motivate and inspire some other people perhaps with ideas or just like me grabbing the motivation from watching other YouTube videos to do your own one like that. So just doing a couple of bits and pieces. I'm going to be cleaning up my room from all my Christmas stuff, which I love so much, but it's time to say goodbye until next year. I'm going to rearrange my room as well. The other things I'm going to do as well, I'm going to create a vision board. So love that. I do that all the time anyways, as I said, visual person, so that will be very handy for me. But just go on Pinterest and do that and create what I'd like my year to look like, I guess, or stuff that brings me good feeling and everything like that, I guess. I'm going to write down my goals and everything like that. And the other thing I'm going to do is set up like a calendar and everything so that I do start the year off organised, and hopefully, yeah, just fill that out, set it all up so I'm ready to go for the new year. Okie dokie, this is what my room currently looks like. So I've got all my I've still got presents down there because we didn't end up going to my nana's house on Christmas because my brother got sick, so we're still going to do that. So I have presents there still, which is fine, but look at my lovely tree. I'm going to miss it. Oh well, we'll see how we go. I'll give it a good vacuum and then we'll rearrange the room. Okie dokie, so I've got that little thing over in the corner. I'm still watering some of my plants, which is why there's gaps in there still. That's the same in there. Then we turn over here, I've got my bedside table, and then my bed is in that like corner there next to my window with the light. Like, how nice is that? I'm going to put my corkboard up there, but turns out we don't have any hooks at the moment, so I have to wait till we go to the shops. That's all the Christmas presents I still need to give people. And then I've got my little cubicle nook thing, whatever, over here with like, it's the same setup I had earlier, just in a different spot. And I love how the sun comes onto my bed. I love the sun, so that's nice. But yeah. Alright everyone, it's the next day now. It is officially New Year's Eve. Tomorrow is the 1st of 2023. Cannot wait. Very excited for this new year. So today I'm going to go through some more of the like planning side of things, not the physically changing my room around stuff. So I'm going to do like my goals, a vision board, that sort of thing, and just talk through them so maybe I could inspire someone or just if you want to watch and listen about my goals and my year and everything, that's fine too. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off with talking about my word of the year, which is not so much one word. I couldn't think how to put it into one word, which is fine. So my word of the year, or words of the year, is like, just go for it. I often struggle to do things, I've noticed, especially towards the end of this year. I needed to send my friend a text message asking about something, and I was just really nervous. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm scared of what the response is. It was not a horrible text at all. It's just asking a question, but like, I was reluctant to send a message first, and just I'm scared of what the response was going to be. And I thought about that and how it stops me from doing a lot of different things. Actually, is I guess the fear of not knowing how other people will respond to things or what's going to happen if I do this thing. So I say, no, I'm not going to do it, to keep me safe, even though I end up usually just missing out on something that could have been lots of fun or missed opportunities. So because of that, I have told myself, just go for it. That's going to be repeating in my mind. If I think, oh, maybe I want to do this or something, or like I have an idea and I go, oh, I should do that, I'm just going to go for it. So I'm just going to go for it this year. Those are my words of the year. And I have some Bible verses that link in with that sort of thing a little bit. It's obviously go for it's not really a theme in the Bible so much, that I couldn't find at least. So it's like a combination of a couple of different things. So I've got some about courage, discipline and faith. I thought those sorts of things are all little bits and pieces that make up my just go for it sort of words of the year. So I've got a couple Bible verses for that, which I really love, and I'm going to just pray on and use throughout the year. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7 says, for the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives power, love and self-discipline. And I thought that one really covered all of them quite well, because it's got like the power, which I'm counting as courage, discipline, love, and it's all combined with the three little subtopics, I thought. So I really like that one. And then we've also got Ephesians 6 verse 10, which says, finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. I've also got 1 Corinthians 16 verse 13, be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. And then lastly, we've got Psalms 112 verse 7, they will have no fear of bad news, their hearts are steadfast, trusting in the Lord. And I really like that one as well, because it makes me realize, like, obviously the whole point of my thing is don't be afraid, go for it, but it reminds me the Lord is with me in all I do, no matter what it is, so I shouldn't be afraid, because I can trust in him and know that he will look after me in everything I do. So that's my words for the year, just go for it. Okie dokie, so next up I'm going to make a vision board, which I love doing every single year. Okie dokie, I have officially finished my little, what's it called? Vision board, that's the word I'm looking for. I really like how it turned out. I've never done one online before like this, with the different, like, layering them on top of each other, so I'm not sure if I've done that okay, but I went for it and did it anyways. But I actually quite like all the little things I chose. They just help me, like, I've got a lot with like exercise and like good food and stuff or whatever, which will hopefully, that's like the discipline part for me. I struggle to do all that sort of stuff and stay on top of that, so hopefully that will motivate me and inspire me to do that sort of thing. And I've just got a couple of like the Bible verses I read out before that one, and I love that, and just little bits and pieces to remind myself that I can do it. And yeah, so it's just some inspiring stuff hopefully, but I love how it turned out. So I'm going to set this as my background on my computer now. Okie dokie, so time to talk about my goals for the year. I've got a couple of different sections, so I've got personal, financial, spiritual and health sort of things. So I'm just going to go through each category, and this year I'm going to try something a bit different. I've realised I struggle to stick to a goal if I can't like see the end sight in it so much. So a year is quite a long time. Like you can't really be like, you can't see the end of the year as well. And I know last year I did a couple of like monthly goal sort of things, and because it's only about 30 days, I could see the end of that, and I stuck to those goals a lot better than I did with like my yearly goals. Like I did a month where I went sugar free, and I did that whole month sugar free. But if I were to say I'm going to do a year sugar free, I'd be like, no way, I'm not going to do that. That's way too long. So I'm going to try doing some monthly goals. Some of them are still big yearly ones and other ones are monthly. But I'm going to give that a go this year, and hopefully that will help me stick to them a bit better. And another thing I've got written down here with my little notebook full of my goals is that I've got steps on how I'm going to achieve those goals, because otherwise I'll sit there and be like, yeah, that's my goal, and not do anything about it. So I've got steps on how I'm going to achieve those goals as well. So we'll start off with the personal category, personal goals. First up I have is get my driver's license. And now if you don't know, I'm 19, and in Australia you can just get your driver's license when you're 18, as long as you've done 120 hours of driving. I have only done 5 hours of driving, which is not much at all, especially considering my age. But yeah, so I really want to get that because my mum drives me to and from work all the time, and it's a big hassle for her, and I feel very bad, but I'm so thankful that she does it. However, hopefully I can get my driver's license and a car, and I can do that myself eventually. So my little planning step to get that is just to drive 30 minutes every day at the moment and see how I go with that, and eventually build up to doing more perhaps, and just any sort of trip we go out on, I'll be the one driving, so I can build up my hours hopefully and then get my license. Another personal one I have, this one I'm going to do sort of month by month, but it's going to be like a whole year in the end, is read a book every month. I know some people will hate this, but I don't like reading. I don't like reading that much at all. I think I mentioned earlier, I'm a visual person. I like to see things, so pictures, movies, like all that sort of stuff. I love that, but reading, there's just words. There's no like pictures or anything. So that's okay though. I'm going to try reading 1 book per month, because that's actually a lot for me, but I'm going to give it a go. Last year my goal was to read 5 books in the year. I read 3, which is not too bad considering the year before that I read nothing. So I'm stepping it up a lot this year, but I think implementing that like monthly, do it once, 1 book each month will help me to achieve that goal hopefully. And my other personal goals is to take more photos. I know that's a silly one for some people, but I just love looking back at photos. It brings back all the memories and everything, and I love it. And I realised I don't take very many photos. Like I don't do all that much outside my house or work or anything. I sleep or I'm working. But even when I did do things, I've realised I didn't take photos of that at all. Like I know, be there and enjoy the moment and all that sort of stuff, but I also want to take those photos so that I can look back and relive those moments and re-enjoy them and everything like that. So to do that, I'm going to download, I think it's called the 1 second a day app or whatever, where you take like one little video every single day of the year, and at the end of the year it compiles it all together and you have a little video from every day of the year, which I think is a great idea. So I'm going to try that out, and just in general take more photos when I go and do things. And then on to my next category, financial. I've got, that's just the general thing as per usual, is to spend less. I did up a financial review last night and did not realise how much I was spending on certain things. So I've realised, this ties in with my health one actually, is to have less junk food, like less takeaway. I realised how much money I was spending on just like trips to Macca's or KFC or things like that was so bad. So one thing I really want to do, this ties in with the junk food as well, is to spend less. Obviously that will stop me from buying junk food. So how I'm going to do that, I have found I scrolled across it on TikTok, is this person did a no spend month. So I've got their little calendar to print out or whatever, and you just like, you can have exceptions obviously. I mean, some points you have to spend things, like, and that's extra spending I'm talking about, like on takeaway or trips to Kmart, shopping trips like that, where I don't really need the stuff that I'm buying. So I'm gonna try and just save some more money this year, especially so I can put that towards saving money for a car, because that will go along with my driver's license. Okie dokie. And then on to spiritual. So something I've always struggled with is reading the Bible. As I mentioned before, I don't like reading, so that doesn't help. During December, I did the Luke Advent, where you read one chapter of Luke every day for 24 days, and it's like the whole story of Jesus, and then on Christmas Day you've just finished reading the whole story of his life, which I think was pretty cool. And I actually stuck to that this year, so I did that. But it just made me realize how important it is to do that every day, I feel like, because I do that first thing in the morning when I woke up, and it just reminded me throughout the day. Like, I'll think back to my morning, I'm like, that's right, I read this in the Bible this morning, whatever, relating to my day. And it reminded me of God more, and reminded me to pray, reminded me to do everything else that I should be doing. I'm going to do this, my little step-by-step. I'm going to be finding like a Bible study plan or like a reading plan to follow that. Otherwise I'll be a bit lost and scrambled, which won't help with the goal either. So my goal is to find a Bible study reading plan, something like that, so I can read my Bible every single day. And next up, we've got the health goals. So as I mentioned earlier, less junk food. I have been eating so much junk food, it's really bad. I'm addicted to it, which is horrible. So I'm just gonna that goes along with my spending of not buying things that I don't need, so not gonna have that. My other health goal is to exercise more. I'm very, very unfit. I have no energy ever. So I'm just going to try and do at least a 30-minute walk every single day. And that's all my goals for the year. And that is the end of the video now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've motivated or inspired you to look at your own New Year prep and plan, and just think about the year ahead and how you can make it your best year. I pray that everyone has a wonderful 2023, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks. Bye.